Hello everybody, welcome to Tyrant's Guide. I am Arindam and today we are going to learn 5 words from the Hindu editorial section of 3rd December 2019. Here we are not going to read the article but instead we are going to follow 3 simple steps. First, we are going to find the meaning of the word, then we'll see the overview of the article and the words usage in the article. After that, we can make it a simple sentence out of the word. So, let's begin the session. So the words which we are going to use are virtuous, imbroglio, haggle, saddle, precarious. And the article is in telecom, time to send right signals. That is, this article it is about the telecom sector's development since 1999. As we know that earlier we used to get landline, right? It used to take around 8 years time to get the connection. So during 1990s this situation was there, and this was because mostly the specific spectrum was provided to telecom service, and once you get the spectrum, for that they have to pay a huge amount uh, to the government for buying the spectrum, and after that uh, whatever communication system people are getting through landline, it was getting so costly. So people were it was difficult for the medium class to get a telephone. Later on in 1999, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee became Prime Minister of India, then he has decided to stop this license for issuing means take, get paying for the spectrum. Instead, they can get a revenue share model. Means he has introduced revenue share model in the telecom industry. After that, uh, because telecom sector has also was very happy with that, because now they don't have to pay a wholesome money at a time to the government and take the spectrum and then push it to the people. Now instead of that, they can get a spectrum at cheaper rates, and then from each revenue which from each of their earnings they can put their revenue, they can pay the revenue to the government. So both the sides, the benefit is nominal, and then the connectivity also become cheaper. After that, the 2013 change came when this new players came, started giving for 4G, but most of them were not interested because 3G is already fine. Now the case came for this new penalties issues of penalties, where revenue share agreement of the companies like Airtel, Vodafone, they were said that they have to pay a huge penalty of the dues and the old penalties of around 1.3 lakh crores. So this is creating problem. If they have to pay, then there would be a monopoly case where Geo again monopoly case will start. Like at the beginning, single spectrum, a huge amount single spectrum was taken by one person and they were only running. Now since this much of huge amount, if they have to pay, then they will go bankrupt. So most probably they have to close and only Geo can survive. So it will again start monopoly, and monopoly is not at all good. So this is the case of this this telecom industry, and this is the article about it. Now let's see the word virtuous. So virtuous, having or showing high moral standards. Let's see where it is used in the article. The telecommunication sector has grown at a rapid pace, riding on a virtuous cycle of growing demand and increasing competition that has pushed down prices to level not seen anywhere else in the world. Means this is during the rapid growth time. Telecom communication sector has grown rapid pace, and because of this, this riding on this virtuous cycle, meaning riding on this moral standard cycle of growing demand and increasing competition has pushed down the prices to level. Means this moral standard cycle has started where pushing down the prices. So let's see what sentence we can make. Ramanuj was a virtuous man who dedicated his life his life to helping others. Helping others. Okay. Now let's see for the second word. Imbroglio. So imbroglio, an extremely confused, complicated, and embarrassing situation. Okay, extremely confused, complicated, and an embarrassing situation. Okay, and complicated, embarrassing situation, confused and embarrassing situation. Now let's see where it is used in the article. This drove business to work with a single mind focus on consumer acquisition, means consumer acquisition as the base of the user's balloon. It is important to take a historic look if one is to understand the imbroglio today, and extremely confused. Okay, so the troubles of today are rooted in the phase past growth of yesterday and regulation of increased tele density by pushing down ARPUs. Means this ARPU is pushed down, because of which the current regulation that has increased the tele density, because of which this work with single mind focus of customer acquisition base of users have boomed, means have increased. And because of this historic look, if anyone have to understand this embryo imbroglio today, means this confusion today, then we have to look into this historical parts past. Now let's try to make our own sentence. Imbroglio. Okay, so the small town was caught up in imbroglio. Imbroglio over missing funds. Over missing funds. Okay, this over because of this missing funds. Small towns were caught up in imbroglio. Okay, so the third word is haggle. haggle. Till then, India was using only 2G telephony. Data and internet was at very low speed. 3G telephony was just introduced and operators were haggling for more 3G spectrum in 1900 megahertz and 1800 megahertz bands. It's fighting. Okay. So here the meaning is dispute or bargain. They were bargaining and there was dispute. So let's try to make our own sentence after this. Then haggle. In terms of vegetable shopping, in terms of what, or we can write it as women are good at haggling while buying vegetables. Women are good at haggling while buying vegetables, right? Or bargaining. Saddle. Now let's see where it is used in the article. Okay. The industry is already saddled with debt of rupees 7 lakh crore. Okay. What is the meaning? Put a saddle on burden with the onerous responsibility as task. So mostly this is the meaning. Burden with an onerous responsibility or task. So what it is used? The industry is already saddled with the debt of 7 lakh crore. Means it is already with the burden of 7 lakh crore. Okay. So let's see. We can use it in our own sentence. Saddle up means burden. So if your job role is not specified, you will be saddled with more work. Okay. If your job is not specified, you will be saddled with more work. Let's see for the third word, precarious, where it is used in the article. Precarious. It is precisely in such a precarious situation that the government needs to act. Means in a dangerous situation, just like it did in 1999. So not securely held in a position, dangerously likely to fall, collapse. So dependent on chance and uncertainty. So uncertain, dependent on charge, not securely held in a position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse, and or we can write it as uncertain. Okay. So collapse or uncertain. Uncertain. Okay. Precarious. Uncertain. Right. So it is used like it is precisely in such a precarious situation, means in an uncertain situation that the government needs to act, just like it did in 1999. Okay, like 1999 they have taken the this decision that instead of taking the whole, instead of directly bidding at a high rate, they will they have started the share model in which shares would be given to government, and this bidding would be at cheaper cost. But instead of that, whatever benefit the company would be getting, they have to pay it, to pay their share. If they benefit 100 rupees, they have to pay 20, the same way, something like that. So let's see. Precarious, dangerously likely to fall or collapse. What sentence we can make? Precarious. So it is wishful thinking and we cannot permit such daydreaming in our condition. It is wishful thinking, and we cannot permit such a daydreaming in our condition. So, these are the 5 words which we learned today. So, if you think that this was helpful, please make your own sentence in the comment section and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have an exhilarating day.